Good morning. It is Wednesday, December 28th, and I am on my way to work again, which is going to be boring and pointless because nobody's there and nobody's doing anything, but it's what I do. So I am ready to go. It is 8:20 and I need to be there by 9, so things are looking good. I'm gonna show you what I'm eating today for breakfast, lunch, and snack, and I'll be on my way. So this morning I decided to do some sugar-free International Delight sugar-free pumpkin pie spice in my coffee because 3 tablespoons is only 1 smart point, so really, why not? I actually have some sugar-free peppermint mocha at work, which sounds better than this, so I need to try and bring that home tonight. And I wanted to show you, yesterday I had the Starbucks coffee because I was putting nothing in it, but I think that this Great Value French Roast, if you're going to add creamer, this tastes pretty good. I didn't like the flavor of it plain, but with the cream it tasted great, and I do brew it strong. But look how huge the box is. It's 48 cups and it was like maybe $14, so that's a really good deal. And then I'm also going to have my 1 Smart Point muscle milk for breakfast. Yesterday I had some sugar-free applesauce, which was so good. It was really hit the spot. So I'm going to have 2 of those today. So that makes my breakfast is 1 Smart Point for the cream and 1 Smart Point for the muscle milk. 2 Smart Points. Over here is my regular turkey wrap, and I use the 1 Smart Point Olay Extreme Wellness, 5 slices of the Oscar Mayer Deli Fresh Turkey, which is 1 Smart Point as well. And then I have jalapeno mustard for 0 and sliced apples for 0. So my wrap is 2 Smart Points. I'm also going to have the last of my gross looking banana with that and a pickle. That's lunch for 2 Smart Points. And I'm also going to have yet another apple because I still need to go buy more fruit. So this is my snack for today, and I may have a cup of coffee this afternoon with that sugar-free peppermint mocha. So all together with breakfast, lunch, and snack, that's 2 Smart Points and 2 Smart Points and 0. That's 4 Smart Points and 5 Smart Points for my day if I have another cup of coffee, leaving me 25 big Smart Points for dinner. I will check in with you guys later. Bye. Hi everyone. So it is now lunchtime and I am on my lunch walk through the neighborhood. On the days when I can do a 3-mile walk at lunch, I do a 3-mile walk at lunch plus my 2 15-minute break walks. And then I squeeze in a little 4-mile run after work. So on the days when I can do that, I usually end up with about 20,000 something steps. So that'll be one of these days. And it's very hot out, which is super weird. It's 77 degrees, so ignore the scarf. It's what I walked out of work with. So yeah, California weather is being kind of weird. Really not a fan of the hair today either because I had to shower this morning, and when I shower in the morning, I don't get as much time to do the whole blow dry straighten thing. So we got some crazy hair going on today. I also have my glasses on today, as you noticed, because something weird yesterday. My left eyelid is weirdly swollen. Like for a while I had this eyeshadow. I don't know if it was because of the eyeshadow, but for a while my eyelids were like itchy and not doing good, so I didn't wear any eye makeup for about a month and it cleared up. Now I've got kind of the same thing going on, except that it seems to be worse because when I scratched it a little bit yesterday, you know, it wasn't too bad, and then this morning I woke up and it's just weirdly swollen. So I'm gonna lay low on the eye makeup for a while and wear my glasses. This is really funny because I'm on a relatively quiet residential street about a mile away from my work, and yet the people that are driving by are still very interested in what I'm doing, so I don't know. I'll just wave and pretend I'm famous or something. Anyway, so that's what's going on so far today. I had my breakfast. I usually try and eat lunch after my walk, so usually when I get back around 2 o'clock I will have my lunch, but I was kind of hungry before I left, so I did have the banana so far, and I will have the rest when I get back. Other than that, not a lot going on today. Tonight I'm going to be on my own because my husband will be at Disneyland with a friend, so it's very odd for me to have to be home alone in the evening and make my own dinner, but he saved me from that and he is cooking my dinner as we speak, so that was very nice of him. I didn't catch everything it was except that it's something to do with chicken breast. So a little change in plans for me for dinner tonight, and I don't mind because it sounds good. And that's everything that's going on here. I will eat my lunch when I get back to work, go for another 10-15 minute walk this afternoon, and then hit the gym after work. And I will check in with you guys later. Happy Wednesday. Hi everyone. So I literally just got home from work. It's almost 8 o'clock. This is the story of my life. I feel like I leave the house so early and I get home so late. Probably not compared to a lot of you, but by the time I get home, I have maybe 2 hours before I need to be in bed. So just got home. It's almost 8 o'clock. I did make it to the gym. You can tell by how great do I look. I ran 4 miles after work and it was intense. It was a good workout. I ran the first 2 miles at 7 miles an hour. The third mile I ran at 7.1, and the fourth mile I ran at 7.2 miles an hour, which was really difficult. I had to push myself, but I just reminded myself that you don't get faster unless you run faster. So I focused on my breathing, tried to do some yoga breathing somewhat, and just kind of powered through and try to make it happen. So I finished in about 34 minutes, and it was not too bad. There was one other person in the gym though that just blaring her music. If there's one thing that's super annoying is having to listen to somebody else's music, especially when it's coming from a little teeny tiny speaker. So she has it up so loud, I don't know how she could even hear it or understand it. I couldn't, and I even had my headphones on. So I mean, I could hear it, but I couldn't understand it, and I definitely didn't enjoy it. In fact, it was so loud that I had to turn my headphones off because I couldn't focus. So I don't know, you do what you gotta do, I guess. I am listening to a fabulous book on my headphones, which is called The Tea Rose, which was recommended by Molly first, and then I think Cherie of Motivated Muffins is also reading that book. So it's a really, really good book so far. I'm really enjoying that. And so yeah, I walked in the apartment and there's no husband, but it smells like cabbage. So we're having cabbage for dinner, which is okay because I really do like cabbage, but you can definitely tell it smells like cabbage in here. So we're having some sort of cabbage and chicken crock pot concoction. I am going to jump in the shower. I've got a few things to do after dinner, so I need to I guess not sit down for too long. I will show you guys what dinner looks like when I get there. Bye. Okay, you guys, it is finally time for dinner, and I'm so glad because I'm starving. It's 8:30 like I predicted, and I am just now sitting down to dinner. So here's what we have. Over here is a crock pot concoction that my husband made. I have 2.5 ounces of chicken breast on the top, and it is sitting on a bed of riced cauliflower and cabbage, which are both cooked. I believe there is some balsamic vinegar and what else did he say? Balsamic vinegar and garlic. I think there may be a little bit of mustard in it because he left this on the counter for me. And then he also said he put in a little bit of this Brazilian nut spread. So it's kind of like a little peanut butter flavor. So he's very creative on the flavors. So I will let you know how this tastes. I'm sure it's delicious. I'm not counting the balsamic vinegar or the Brazilian nut spread or the mustard because he just put in a little bit for this crock pot, which is like basically, I think it was about half full, and you know, woo, steam. And I just had a little bit. So I'm not really counting the condiments. Sometimes I do. It depends on what they are and how much I think I'm eating of them. So that is my chicken dish over here. 2.5 ounces of chicken is 2 points, and then the rest is the vegetables, and I'm not counting the condiments. So I'm counting 2 points for the chicken. And then I decided to have some salad with it. So it's just basically lettuce. I have 1 tablespoon of dried cranberries on it also, and 1 tablespoon of these little green pepitas. They're pumpkin seeds. They just add a nice little crunch. And then I also have a tablespoon of this Bolthouse Farms Chunky Blue Cheese Yogurt Dressing. It is 2 tablespoons for 1 point, but that's a small salad, so I just used 1 tablespoon. Still counting 1 point though, so I have 1 point for the dressing, 1 point for the cranberries, and 1 point for the pepitas. That is 3 points for the salad and 2 points for the chicken, so that is 5 points on my little Mickey plate. If you haven't noticed, we try to use really kind of small plates. This plate is like, there's my hand to the size of the plate, but my hand is, you know, it's up a ways, it's not touching the food. So it's a little bit bigger than my hand, but my husband and I both try to eat off of the smaller plates because if we fill it up, then it's still not as much food as a full-size plate. I don't know. It's supposed to help you eat less. So sometimes it works, and sometimes, you know, I can fill this sucker like I can make a mountain of food. I'm good at that. It all falls off when you dig in with your fork, but I can pile this really high if I wanted to. And my husband, if he wants more, he just goes back for seconds. So we try to eat less with these little plates. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So here's my 5-point dinner, and then I also have some Pinot Grigio tonight, which is, I usually do an 8-ounce pour, so that is 7 smart points for 8 ounces. And that's the wine. It's Pinot Grigio. I usually have 2 8-ounce glasses at night on a weeknight, but it's gone. So unless I open another bottle, which I may or may not, it's kind of getting late, so it depends. We'll see. So that overall is my 5 plus 7 is 12 smart point dinner. I'm gonna dig in. Talk to you later. Okay, I am doing something that I never do. I am sort of cooking. I am making a pumpkin soup for my lunch, which is from the website supposedly a 0 smart point pumpkin soup. I started with a little bit of pureed pumpkin that we had left over from, I don't know, something we opened this Christmas. So I have some pureed pumpkin. And then I also have a little bit of cayenne pepper. I have chopped garlic. I have about a teaspoon of that, which is 2 cloves. I have some ground cinnamon as well. And my favorite thing ever, sage. Oh, I love sage. I love the flavor of sage. I really, really love stuffing, so that's probably why I like sage so much. But I really like it with savory dishes. And this is this will be more, I don't know, somewhat savory sweet. The cinnamon kind of makes it a little sweet, but it's mostly savory, I guess, because of the sage and the cayenne. So I am going to add to that more frozen pumpkin, which we have. And actually, I think this, if I turn it around, it says on here, it says, look, it says mashed potatoes. So that has to be mashed sweet potatoes. So I'm adding these mashed sweet potatoes to the pumpkin I have in there and the spices, and I'm gonna call it pumpkin soup. And I'm probably gonna call it almost 0 point pumpkin soup. Maybe I should count a point. Anyway, I am then also going to add this Winco chicken broth, and then I'm gonna blend it up and cook it a little bit. And I have to do this off camera because I've only got one hand and I need both hands to do this, so I'll be back. Okay, here's my pumpkin soup again. Pumpkin soup with the added sweet potato on top. We'll call this I was gonna say sweet potato harvest fall soup. I don't know what you want to call it, but I hope it's good. I'm gonna blend it up with this is one of those little hand blenders, so bear with me a minute. Oh yeah. We got the chicken broth on the ooh. I'm just gonna blend it up. I think we need more chicken stock. I'm going to add more chicken broth, blend it up, and come back at you after it's simmered a while. Okay, I did not expect that extra pumpkin or potato to make this much. I added the extra potato and I added chicken broth to make it like a soup. And then of course it was super bland because there's so much more soup now. So I added more spices, I added more sage, more cayenne, more garlic, cayenne, sage and salt, cinnamon, and I don't know what that must be the salt. Anyway, I added more spices. I'm gonna blend this up again and hopefully it doesn't taste horrible because now I have this huge entire pot of it. So I hope it tastes good. Here we go. Okay, so this is what I ended up with my pumpkin potato soup experiment tonight. I have 8, 9, 10, about 10 servings of this soup, which tasted really awesome. It tastes really a lot like sage and garlic with a little kick from the cayenne. So I really like the flavor of it. It's not as low points as I expected because I thought I would be using all pumpkin. But with the added sweet potato, those are my lunch servings. I believe that's about a cup. And I have a couple more, 2 more cups there. And I'm gonna count them 2 points per cup. That's because of the sweet potato. Everything else was pretty much 0 points. So that was kind of fun. It was kind of splattery, like that blender. You don't take it out of the soup. Just don't take it out of the soup. It went everywhere. Glasses, shirt, stove, coffee pot. It was kind of everywhere. So anyway, the soup is really good, and this is what I'm going to have with my wraps for lunch for a while. So you'll be seeing this in a lot of my videos. But it was kind of fun. I should maybe cook more often. Don't tell my husband that. Over here, I just wanted to show you guys this really awesome thing that we got from some friends of ours who made tamales for Christmas and gave us all these amazing tamales. I think the majority of them are beef tamales, but they're not They're not huge, so they're not going to be like major points. And I have this amazing, amazing green chili sauce that I've been saving to put on these tamales. So I'm super thankful for my friend for making these for us. I put them in these bags because we're going to put them in the freezer because tamales freeze really well. And then you can just pull 1 or 2 out at a time and microwave them, smother them with whatever. Serve on salad, serve with rice. They're just, honestly, if you only have 1 or maybe 2, they're not that high in points. These are small ones, so they're gonna be fine. I'm gonna put them in the freezer, and between this and my soup, I think we have food for days. Just kidding. But I do have a lot of food. I'm not gonna starve. I don't eat a lot of food, so yeah, this is good for a while. I'm super happy. That was kind of fun. Okay, I am super tired. It's way past my bedtime. Okay, it's like 45 minutes past my bedtime. All that cooking, prepping, doing stuff, being active at night made me tired. So I don't look the best. I had to shower tonight because I worked out, and honestly, this is really what I look like every night. So welcome to my world. But I got some good stuff accomplished tonight, and I ended the day pretty well. I think I had some more wine, so I think I ended the day with maybe 2 points left over. So I was probably at about 28 smart points. Got some stuff accomplished, and I will start again tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. I think that my days are pretty boring. Maybe when the weekend hits will be a little more exciting, but thanks for watching. I'm glad to have you guys along. Have a good night.